A tornado ripped through Mayfield and Graves County Tuesday afternoon, leveling homes and businesses and scattering debris for miles. Joe Jackson reports.
Kentucky State Police say at least 8 people suffered minor injuries in the storm. Most of the damage was along Highway 45 north of Mayfield. Bennett Motors was one of the businesses hit by the twister. Car salesman Ray Ralph says he and the others inside the business are lucky to be alive.
We come in, locked that door, and went in that broom closet. And then as soon as we got in there, you could hear it coming over. Stuff hitting the building. It was just wild.
Ralph said the business office was not damaged, but 3 buildings on the lot were leveled, and all 40 vehicles on the lot were damaged. He said luckily no one was injured. Now, another business hit by Tuesday's tornado was Youngblood's RV. Roger Youngblood said his business suffered significant damage, but it could have been much worse.
But it just caught our dealership sign here at the front. One trailer flipped upside down and then went right beside the building, so it didn't do any damage to the building that we found, but it destroyed several campers upside down and tore them up, and windows broke and what have you, but nobody was hurt, and just a scary experience. That's all I can say.
Much of the residential damage was along Wayne Drive off of Highway 45. Marty Winfrey said his trailer is a total loss.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Our trailer's right there, that pile right there in front of that trailer. Our trailer's in her front yard.
Winfrey said he was able to get out of the trailer before it was leveled. He said he held on to a tree for dear life to keep from being blown away.
Stepped out the trailer and looked and seen the debris and run over here to them and knocked on their door, and they had time to make it. They kneeled down beside that truck, and the tornado took their trailer and left them there by the truck. And I ran down to the other side of that building. I couldn't run no more, and I knew it was going to get me, so I run up by that swimming pool and grabbed a tree and just bear hugged it and just seen debris flying over, and it seemed like it lasted about a whole 15 or 20 seconds, and it was gone.
The twister knocked out power for thousands of customers in Mayfield and Graves County Tuesday with many trees and power lines on the ground. Red Cross officials set up at the old General Tire site to begin assessing damage and to coordinate their efforts. I'm Joe Jackson.
Business and homeowners have begun cleaning up after severe storms spawned a tornado in Graves County Tuesday and left 10 people with minor injuries. Joe Jackson reports.
One of those homeowners is Marty Winfrey. Tuesday's tornado in Mayfield destroyed his Wayne Drive home, throwing what's left of his trailer across the road in his neighbor's yard.
All of our stuff's wrapped around that tree there, and it's half around it. That's nearly 80 feet of I-beam that's wrapped around that pole like a horseshoe.
Winfrey got out of his trailer before the twister hit and came away with only minor injuries. He says he's been able to find a few of his things in the rubble.
Friends and family come out to help. They got probably 6 or 7 truckloads. We haven't went through any of it, and we've probably got another load or so this morning here. I imagine just about everything else is pretty much damaged enough that it's not going to be worth sifting through.
Winfrey said he's currently living a few miles away in another home that he was in the process of remodeling. He said he hasn't decided if he will stay there or build a new house where his trailer once sat. I'm Joe Jackson.
As the cleanup continues in Graves County following last week's severe weather, one county official is wondering out loud why he hasn't heard from the governor's office. Joe Jackson reports.
Tuesday marks the 1-week anniversary of the tornado that ripped through Mayfield and Graves County that left multiple homes and businesses destroyed and injured 10 people. Graves County Judge Executive Jesse Perry says he finds it strange that he hasn't heard from Governor Matt Bevin or anyone from his office.
I'm going to tell you, if I was the governor of Kentucky, I'd sure be wanting to know what's going on in my state.
Perry said the governor's office has not contacted him, Graves County Sheriff Dwayne Redmond, or EMS Director Devant Ramage. Perry said he's hoping to hear from the governor's office soon.
If they can help, we would take their help, but we're going to be all right if they don't. And that's just how I feel about them. If they don't have time to check on us down here, we are a part of Kentucky just as much as Frankfort.
Stephanie Roby, Assistant Director with Kentucky Emergency Management, said they deployed staff immediately into Graves County and were constantly reporting back to the governor's office.
When we activate, we are in constant communication with the governor's office, apprising the governor and his staff as to what all is occurring and what our efforts are and what the needs are in the impacted areas. So, I can assure you the governor was fully aware of what was going on and was assessing the information as it was flowing in to him and his staff.
The National Weather Service has classified the tornado that tore through Mayfield on May 10th as an EF3 with an estimated 140 miles per hour winds. I'm Joe Jackson.
A group of local realtors has made a donation to the Mayfield Tornado Relief Fund. Here's Joe Jackson.
The Mayfield-Graves County Board of Realtors presented a $6,000 check to city and county officials Thursday at the Graves County Courthouse. Board of Realtors President Dusky Hale said the money will be used to help those impacted by the tornado that struck Graves County on Tuesday, May 10th.
This is our community and our friends, our family, and we want to get back any way we can.
His House Ministries is collecting monetary donations for tornado victims. Lead Pastor Chad Lamb said this contribution puts the total amount of money raised near $100,000.
This is a tremendous help, especially for those folks that have no insurance.
A committee has been formed to decide how to distribute the donated money. Committee member Tyler Goodman said applications for assistance are available at Mayfield City Hall, Graves County Judge Executive Jesse Perry's office, and the Julian Carroll Expo Center at the Graves County Fairgrounds.
We know we have some uninsured people. We know we have some underinsured people, and we want to do the best to help everyone we can, and this we think is the best way to get the most information out there.
The deadline to submit an application is June 17th. Goodman said once the committee receives all the applications, they will decide how to distribute the money. He said those who lost their homes would be helped first. Officials say about 30 homes and businesses were destroyed or severely damaged by the tornado, leaving about 9 or 10 families displaced. Monetary donations can still be made to the Mayfield Tornado Relief Fund in care of His House Ministries, 1250 State Route 303, Mayfield, Kentucky, 42066. I'm Joe Jackson.